Hey everyone, welcome to Mysteries in Crime. I'm your host, Melissa Thompson. Okay, so we only have till tomorrow to wait until we see Dawn and Candace's interview with Dr. Phil. And I'm wondering how you all are thinking how it's going to go. I have had a theory about the behavioral panel, and I want to know what you all think about it. Does anyone think it's possible the behavioral panel is playing Dawn and Candace at their own game? Like that they're saying that they're being honest because they're trying to get more information out of them? It seems to me if Dawn thinks he can trust you, he spills a lot. And especially we know he spills a lot when he's had a little too much. Is that true? So anyway, we know that the behavioral panel will be on Dr. Phil. And already Dr. Phil has shown in his promo for the show that he agrees with all of us and said, I haven't seen you shed one tear. And if the award could go to anyone, I think it would have to go to Candace because she fooled Mary, and I was so angry about what she did to Mary. Mary is just this sweetheart. I would be so happy to call her my sister-in-law, my friend. I love Mary. I love her cooking channel. I think she's a doll. How could she call Mary? And Mary was so kind to Candace. Listen to her saying that Donald got arrested. And Mary was just trying to be there for her, crying like she did. And yet, we've seen those games again on Squall's channel. Candace was crying. We saw it on No Thanks Investigates with Doug and Josh with the lab. I mean, come on. She's crying, yet there's not an actual tear shed. And then we see a few minutes later that she's laughing. And what did she do after the call with Mary? I mean, they came up with this plan to fool Mary to see where the leak is. Are you kidding me? Is that even on the list of things that they should be doing when their daughter is missing and their boys have been taken away? These are the games that these two play. But I don't think they're going to get away with it on Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil sees through people like this, and I actually think the behavioral panel does as well. I just think they're waiting for the right information from them. Now, remember that Donald mostly does, I think he does like 98% of the interviews. I mean, seeing Candace on Squall's channel the other day, I was shocked because Candace does not talk. And I think Candace does not talk because I think she is hiding a lot. And who else doesn't talk in this situation? That's right, Grandus. And who were the two home that day? Grandus and Candace. Now, those two are not, any of them are not supposed to talk to the boys about Summer. That is off limits. Yet, Don admitted that he tried to get information from Josie, which is that just angers me to know tomorrow how he's so manipulative. The two of them are manipulative, but I don't think they're going to be getting away with this much longer. This is the beginning in the end, you all. These two are about to crack. The arguments they're having, and then Donald tells Doug from No Thanks Investigates that it was all a joke that he hit Candace. What is that, you guys, is that even a joke? Because I don't find that funny. And I have been a first responder and I have seen DV in real life. That is nothing to joke about. It's not funny. It's not a game. We just saw the results of DV with Gabby Petito. And these two manipulative jerks, I could say, are trying to play games with us. So my mind is on Donald, I think, is waiting to make a buck out of this whole situation. Money, money, money is his modus operandi, if you will. And then Candace just wants to stay high, if you will. She has got issues. We know this. She's got addiction issues. There is something that is eating her up, and that is some reason why she doesn't want to talk. Now, I think law enforcement has figured these two out. I think that they have circumstantial evidence. The problem with circumstantial evidence is you need a lot of it to build a case. Remember, it took almost a year to get Barry Morphew. Wait, did it? It made it take over a year. I'm trying to remember. There's so many cases. Now, also, Larry Millete, he got arrested and it took, 9 months for them to build a case? Because no body is very hard to prosecute. So we're in that scenario with Summer. Now, I also have another theory about this, you guys, that I will be discussing in another interview or another video, I'm sorry. And we are definitely going to be tearing apart the Dr. Phil stuff. I am going to be glued to the TV for the next 2 days to see that interview because I want to see what they have said on that. Now, they posted those pictures on the Don Wells Family Official channel on YouTube about their adventures in California. Okay, you guys, what does those things have to do with Summer? What do those things have to do with the boys? Nothing. So many of you write to me and tell me that these two act like teenagers, and they do. They act like they have no responsibility in the world. None whatsoever. I don't even know if Donald is going to work. I really would like to find that out. And Donald now says he has a lawyer. He has a lawyer that told him to stay off of YouTube. And quite frankly, he probably should, because the more he goes on YouTube, especially while mixing that with alcohol, is not good. He puts himself into a bad situation. And then he spends an hour apologizing for the things that he says. So to say that what happened on Molly Golightly's channel was a joke really is just disgusting. And I think Doug saw that. Like, he's like, what? Like, I saw it in his face. He's like, you got to be kidding. That is not funny. We all witnessed that scuffle. They were calling each other horrible names, and acting in a ridiculous behavior. These are like, they're worse than high school students at this rate. And I wonder, probably Candus's mentality is more to a 15-year-old's level. And I think that's why she liked hanging out with Hunter, in my opinion. When I look at the situation from the outside, I see she can relate to Hunter more than she can relate to Don. And then after their arguments, it's all babe and blah, 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 and putting their arms around each other. That's the joke of this situation. Those two are absolutely toxic together. I think that they need to get away from each other. But that's very hard to do because Candus is absolutely dependent on Don. And I believe her mom is too. Her mom just has her social security check. I'm not sure if she can move her trailer to another place. So also the violence that Donald has been talking about, what if Candus had something to do with that? She has got to be scared. I'm not thinking that this was something planned. I actually, in my opinion about Summer, I think, this is one of my theories anyway, I think it was an accident. They panicked because CPS was in their life and they covered it up. Now, whether Don knows about that, I don't know. But I think he might suspect something of Candus, especially when he said that she has no alibis. And she was the one home with the children. And it just seems very bizarre to me that they came up with this whole scenario that someone came up on their property and abducted Summer. You can't see anything going up on that property. Chris McDonough from the interview room showed us that. He showed us how hard it is to find anything on that property. I mean, you could be going up in that property and facing somebody with a gun. Honestly, you have no idea. And don't forget, they had that chain, which you had to unlock to get through the driveway. Chris McDonough also showed us that. I think Candace's story is going to unravel. Now, what Donald knows about her story, I'm not sure. If this was an accident, did he help her? Because I'm starting to think he might not know, but suspects Candace in a lot of ways. And I don't think he likes Grandus very much. So he'd be sure happy if he could put her away for this whole thing. He is definitely looking for somebody to blame. So, you guys, I want to know what you think of the games these two are playing while their boys have been taken from them and their little girl is going on 5 months missing. 5 months, and we don't know where Summer is. Because we haven't found a shred of evidence that she has been abducted, you guys. I mean, where is she? That is the question. I'd love to know all of your theories in the comments below. I love talking to you all. I hope you all are doing well, having a wonderful, amazing week. Remember to take some time out for some self-care. We all need that. And I will talk to you all very soon. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.